Good morning. My name is Betty Gilson, and I am your lay worship leader for today's service. I warmly welcome you to First Parish Unitarian Universalist Church in Bridgewater. This week, the people on the Peace Committee and friends are leading our service. Our ushers are Pat and Angela, and coffee hour is hosted by Susan Irish, I believe, because she's not in yet, so I think she's still working on it. We have lovely flowers on the altar, and you'll hear more about flowers in a few minutes. Before we begin the time of worship, we'll start with announcements, and we have a lot of them. So listen carefully. The church will be holding a training for new and returning lay leaders on October 19th after coffee hour. If you're interested in becoming a lay leader or re-upping as one, please talk to Victoria Leonard, all right? And getting back to the flowers. In lieu of a formal rotation, which we have sometimes had, for altar flowers, we would like to welcome the congregation to bring in flowers on the date of their choosing, perhaps to commemorate a loved one or share a joyous occasion. Your contributions will be announced during the morning service. All right, and now we have a long line. Who wants to be first? Debbie.
Good morning. I'm going to try to channel Lisa Troy's excitement and enthusiasm. Yes, you are. The Green Sanctuary Committee is thrilled to announce that we will be holding our committee fundraiser during the month of October. Beginning next weekend, you can take a chance on our 50-50 raffle to guess the number of Equal Exchange coffee beans in the jar. Not only will you win 50% of the proceeds, you will also take home the coffee beans. No worries if you don't own a grinder, we will gladly grind the beans for you. Tickets for this raffle will be available for $10 each during all coffee hours during the month of October. All proceeds will go toward our energy-saving projects at First Parish. As you know, we recently received $38,000 worth of insulation at no cost to us through Mass Save. We expect, it's not me, is that you, Janet? Somebody's phone is ringing. We expect that the repair and reglazing of the sanctuary windows will also save us heat loss this coming season. But we're not stopping there. Our next proposed project is the installation of mini splits in the Upper Parish Hall, which will both heat and cool this area much more efficiently than our current electric heat system. Our goal is to raise, not all from just the beans, $6,000, which is the cost including Mass Save rebates. Please consider supporting us in this important project by purchasing raffle tickets during the month of October. Cash or checks will be gladly accepted. Thank you and good luck.
Pat, did you want to make one? Okay. No.
Good morning. I have such joy to announce this. Our own lovely Shiloh Hoffman will be celebrating their ordination on November 1st. So I just want to share with you 3 ways that Shiloh has given us to participate in their ordination. The first is to please come and celebrate with Shiloh this amazing accomplishment. Second, if you would like to bring food for the reception after, I will be collecting names of people and what donations they'll be bringing starting next Sunday. So find me with a clipboard and tell me what you'd like to bring. And if you don't want to cook for the reception, there is also another way to give. Shiloh is collecting donations toward the cost of the actual event. So I will be here next week at Coffee Hour helping everyone find ways they can help us celebrate Shiloh.
Good morning. My name is Kat Gillespie, and I am here to talk about our auction this afternoon. I am the pie wrangler for the day, and when I say pie wrangler, I mean it, because I'm going to list off all of the pies that I'm aware of that are here in the church today. There's 2 apple pies, there's 2 blueberry pies, salted caramel, mixed berry, pumpkin, cherry, pineapple meringue. There's a Spanish torta that is not in the building because the pie maker is in Spain learning how to make Spanish tortas. There's 2 shepherd's pies, one made with ground beef and one made with plant-based impossible meat. There's 3 shepherd's pies. Thank you. Buffalo chicken. Scott, where are you? Bid on that. A crab pie, a Toll House pie made with whole wheat crust and equal exchange chocolate chips. Did I get that right? And a strawberry rhubarb. So, and a raspberry pie. And 2 key lime pies. Oh my gosh. And oh my gosh. So raspberry, chickpea, and 2 key limes. One is gluten-free. My gosh. So I hope you all are in the mood for pie. The auction starts at noon. I'll see you all in the upper parish hall. I have to go make a lot of cards. See you later.
I just have one more. This is the last announcement. You'll hear about this year, but we are having our metal recycling Saturday, this coming Saturday, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And there's already a lot of metal out there, but I know you've got a lot more metal. So the roll-off will be here, and whoever can come to help, put stuff on the truck or bring metal. And if you need help bringing metal, you can contact me. I don't know if I can help you, but I can try to find somebody that can. So we're hoping to have a really successful run this year. We've been a little shy in years past recently, but there's a whole lot of metal out there right now. So yeah, half of the proceeds go to the Bridgewater Food Pantry, and and then the people who are bringing the roll-off are the Bridgewater Recycling Incorporated on Water Street. So bring your stuff. Pass it on. Keep it out of the landfills.
Anyone else? Okay. One more. At the end of the service this morning, before you go into coffee hour and before you go to look over the pies, please join us on the front lawn by the peace pool for a few minutes for the final ceremony at the ending of this Peace Week, this wonderful week here in Bridgewater that we have every year. Thank you. First Parish is a welcoming congregation. Love is the power that holds us together. We live our faith values, some of which have been illustrated here already, by welcoming all people with love and open hearts. No matter who you are, no matter who you love, no matter where you are in your spiritual path, you're welcome here. If you're joining us for the first time today, we welcome you to share in our worship service today as your whole self. We also encourage you to fill out the guest book at the back of the church. For newcomers joining us online, please sign up the link posted in the Zoom chat. The recording camera is turned off to protect your privacy during the sharing of joys and concerns. In the event of an emergency, please leave the building through the main sanctuary doors, or should you need a ramp, through the School Street entrance to my left, your right, and then join us outside together. Thank you for joining in worship today. Whether you're in person or on Zoom, your presence creates our beloved community of faith. Will now be treated to the prelude by the Tone Chime Choir. Will you join me now for our chalice lighting? Our chalice.
This sacred hour, as we gather in this beautiful historic sanctuary, both in body and spirit, we connect to the many generations that have come here to explore the divine. Let us join our hearts and find the holy in our relationship to each other. It is time to share worship together.
Please rise in body or in spirit and join our voices for the affirmation of our covenant.
Love is the spirit of this church, and service its gift. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to speak the truth in love, and to help one another.
We begin today's service by once again honoring and celebrating the UN International Day of Peace, celebrated globally last Sunday, September 21st. The theme for this year is Act Now for a Peaceful World, in conjunction with Peace Begins with Me. It was interesting to read this year that all UN member nations unanimously agreed that one day of peace simply isn't enough. Why? Because peace is not passive. Peace lives in our choices, in our communities, and in our care for one another and the planet Earth. As the organizers of this year's Peace Day celebration remind us, daily life is where a just society begins. From peacekeepers on the front lines to community members to students in classrooms around the world, everyone has a role to play. We all must speak up against violence, discrimination, hate, and inequality. We all must practice respect for one another. And now, more than ever, we all must embrace the diversity of our world. And now, peace begins with me. Jeff.
I used to think that peace was a place, a final destination we arrive at after all wars have ended. But I have come to understand that peace is not a line we cross. It is a choice we make over and over and over again, especially when it is the hardest, especially when it feels far away. Peace is not a silence you force into people's mouths. It is not the absence of war, but the presence of understanding. Peace is a child learning to sleep again without flinching at the wind. It is a mother not having to choose between bread and dignity. It is a father not having to swallow his voice to feel like a man. Peace is messy, like forgiveness. It does not arrive in parade floats. Sometimes it comes crawling through broken windows when we finally agree that being right is not better than being whole. Peace is not found, it is built, brick by brutal brick, by hands that once knew how to fight now choose to hold instead. There was a time when we measured strength by how long we could hold a grudge. But now, let us measure strength by how long we could hold space for someone else's truth. Because there was a me and a you before there was ever an us. And if us is broken, then peace is what lets us lay down the shards without aiming at each other's throats. Peace is the poem you write after the war in your chest has finally run out of ink. It is the moment you return to your body and find it still standing. Peace is not loud. It does not always sing. Sometimes it just listens. And sometimes that is the loudest love of all. And let us not forget those who have carried peace quietly through the fire. The women whose hands mend what war has torn, who rebuild homes from memories, raise children between checkpoints, hold their families like nations. Because peace has always known the name of a woman, spoken through the way she chooses courage over collapse again and again. And so today, I speak peace into the bones of this world, into the rubble, into the rage, into the ruins. Because if war teaches us how to shatter, then peace must teach us how to stay soft, to stay human, to stay.
If you could all rise as you are able and join in singing hymn number 168, One More Step.
Take
And next we have our time for all ages. And the name of our story is Peace is an Offering. Here we go. Peace is an offering, a muffin or a peach, a birthday invitation, a trip to the beach. Peace is gratitude for simple, simple things. Light through a leaf, a dragonfly's wings, a kiss on the cheek, raindrops and dew, a walk in the park, a bowl of hot stew. Peace is holding on to one another. Peace is the words you say to a brother. Will you stay with me? Will you be my friend? Will you listen to my story till the very end? Will you wait when I'm slow? Will you calm my fears? Will you sing to the sun to dry my tears? Will you keep me company when I'm all alone? Will you give me shelter when I've lost my home? You might find peace in a photograph or in the deep boom of a belly laugh. And even in the wake of tragedy, even then, you might find her in the rubble of a fallen tower, in the sorrow of your darkest hour, in the hat of a hero, in the loss of a friend. Peace is a joining, not a pulling apart. It's the courage to bear a wounded heart. It's a safe place to live. It's the freedom from fear. It's a kiss or a hug when you've lost someone dear. So offer a cookie. Walk away from a fight. Comfort a friend through the long, dark night. Sing a quiet song. Catch a falling star. May peace walk beside you wherever you are. The end.
Will you join me now in reading the responsive reading? You should have received the copy when you came in. If you don't have one, see if you can share with a neighbor. I'll read the regular print, and you will respond with the italicized print. Imagine a world where governments respect the human rights of all their citizens and settle disputes by the rule of law for the common good.
Where all people have food, shelter, and access to medical care, and children are born into and raised by healthy families and communities.
where literacy and education for all are accomplished facts,
where economic practices create well-being for all stakeholders, including communities and the environment,
where beauty, the arts, and media inspire the best in people,
where the benefits of science and technology enhance all circles of life,
where tolerance and appreciation of diverse religious beliefs is the rule, spiritual practice is encouraged, and reverence for life is fostered,
where the earth in all her natural beauty is treasured and its resources utilized sustainably for this and future generations.
This is a world of peace.
You are a pathway to peace.
At this time in our service, we invite you to come forward and light a candle for any joy or sorrow that you may want to share. You can light it by saying the words about what your joy or sorrow is, or you may light it in silence. Those on Zoom may put theirs in the chat for someone in the church to share with us. At this time, I'd like you to join. You have one, Angela? What? I'm sorry. I don't know what they're saying.
You're right.
All right. It's now time for our prayer.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Would you please join me in a prayer, a peacemaking prayer? The history is complex. The politics is intense. The fear and anger are overwhelming, and the future is unclear. But glimpses of a hopeful vision will not be bombed into oblivion by anyone. In prayer, we call to mind the peacemakers, neighbors of differing faiths, with different histories and different politics, with different emotions, who find room for each other in their hearts, in their dreams, and in their lives. Those who hold firmly to a vision of peace and justice anywhere in the world, but especially today in Ukraine, Palestine, and the Sudan. Spirit of life and love, be present with all who are suffering terribly from such violence. Lift up the hearts of those who fear and inspire courage among the peacemakers. Be present with political leaders, ensuring a retreat from violence and a procession towards the peace table. Guide the hands of all those who are caring for the injured, the hungry, and the grieving, and open our own hearts to compassion. Remind us of our complicity and responsibility, and lead us toward generous engagement, and move us always towards a vision of peace. At this time, I'd like to invite you to share of your treasure for the work of the church and also for our charity of the month, which is a group called Project Bread. It's dedicated to solving hunger by addressing the core problems of affordability and access, connecting communities, and advocating for equitable policies. To donate specifically, you can write a check and write it to First Parish, and in the memo line, write Project Bread. So at this time, the ushers will come forward and get your collection.
As Unitarians, the ideals of speaking up against violence, injustice, inequality, of embracing the diversity in our world, of supporting peaceful resolutions to conflict through dialogue and education and respect for all who live on this planet. These ideals are embedded in our principles that we uplift and hold sacred. And as people of faith, the task then rests in how we can fully realize these beliefs, these ideals in our own ordinary daily lives. Daily life is where a just society begins. Finding peace, making peace, contributing to a more peaceful world, these tasks can and often do feel overwhelming and challenging, especially today as we bear witness to actions taken globally and here at home that do not foster peace, that are the antithesis of kindness and compassion for others. Anna Hines addresses this dilemma perfectly in her poem entitled An Invitation. "O peace, why are you such an infrequent guest? So timid, so elusive. See, there is room. I've banished anger to the cellar. I've pushed fear into the attic, and I've kept selfishness busy on the back porch. And I have prayed for you to come. So why is it, peace, that you won't stay?" Well, if you, too, are feeling this ever-present daily challenge, but are longing for peace to stay, there is hope. You can start by visiting the UN website, as many of us on the Peace Committee have done. And there you will find suggestions for tangible ways of how we can all contribute to a more peaceful world. Ways that may look or feel small, but that are important and meaningful, and that can be soul satisfying. At a recent restorative justice retreat, the Reverend Jennifer Doherty told participants, "We are not accountable for changing the world, but we are accountable for our faithfulness in practice." She also spoke about prioritizing our offerings rather than the outcome, explaining that when we are deciding what actions we should take, we often imagine what the future impact will be, and then we try to choose the action that has the highest value. But when we do this, we are not paying attention to the present moment. Instead, Reverend Doherty suggests that we should be asking, what do I see today? What is needed today? How can I show my love today? And by asking these questions, we simply set aside the need to know the outcome. We can absolutely acknowledge the enormous reality of the problems of this world. And yes, we can acknowledge our own limitations and our fears. But we do the work anyway, knowing that the worth of what we do rests in the holiness of the present moment. The children in our story found peace and joy in the simplest of offerings: a muffin or a peach, listening to a friend in need, helping a brother. So this year, the UN is asking all of us to act now for a more peaceful world. Peace begins with me. So now, Jeff, if you could put up on the screen, we have a list put together of suggested actions that one can take to help create a more peaceful world. Many of them, I think, seem perfect for our own church community to engage with. We could host a peace concert, or we could host a peace-themed film night. Maybe we could create our own garden for peace. And my personal favorite, I think we could all organize an exhibit of art for peace. There are so many talented people in our congregation. And the 11th item on this list, write a poem for peace. And that we will do in just a few minutes. But first, we'll listen to the powerful words of Greek poet Yanis Ritsos, who wrote this incantation for peace in 1953 after being released from years and years of incarceration for his social justice activities.
The dreams of a child are peace. The dreams of a mother are peace. The words of love under the trees are peace.
The father who returns at dusk with a wide smile in his eyes, with a basket in his hands full of fruit, and the drops of sweat on his brow like the drops on a jug as it cools its water on the windowsill, is peace.
When wounds heal on the world's face, and in the pits dug by shellfire we have planted trees, and in hearts scorched by conflagration hope sprouts its first buds, and the dead can turn over on their side and sleep without complaining, knowing their blood was not spilled in vain. This is peace.
Peace is the odor of food at evening. When an automobile stopping in the street does not mean fear. When a knock at the door means a friend. And the opening of a window every hour means sky, feasting our eyes with the distant bells of its colors. This is peace.
Peace is a glass of milk before the awakening child.
It is warm bread on the world's table.
It is
a mother's smile.
Peace is the stack of sun rays on the fields of summer. It is the alphabet book of kindness on the knees of dawn. When you say, my brother, when we say, tomorrow we shall build. When we build and sing,
this is peace. On the backbone of my verses, the train advancing toward the future, laden with wheat and roses, is peace.
My brothers, all the world with all its dreams breathes deeply in peace.
Give us your hands, brothers. This is peace.
Thank you so much, Frank and Jim. Now is the time in our service, where we will rise as you are able and join in singing This Is My Song, the beautiful song that you mentioned earlier in the sharing of your joy. We will sing the first 2 verses. Bless you. Such beautiful words. Now is the time. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. This begins our collective creative writing action for peace. So, Jeff, if you could put up the sample poetry. In your pew, you will find a poetry template with space for you to write either a simple haiku, 5, 7, 5 syllables, or an acrostic poem, P-E-A-C-E, and there are some examples up there. And here you'll explore your thoughts, your ideas, your images, your dreams for peace. So you can brainstorm ideas with your neighbors in the pew, and then collectively you will write just one short poem. And obviously, if you're sitting alone and you prefer to write alone, that is just fine. And we're hoping that just a handful of people will be willing to share their writing when we're done. We'll take just about 5 minutes for this artistic expression of peace, and I'll signal when we've come to the end of our writing time. You'll hear the chime. And I hope that you can let the simple act of sharing your words for peace lift your spirits and fill your heart with some hope. We can begin. Do we have anyone here willing? We'll just hear a couple in the interest of time so we don't go too much over time today. But is anybody willing to read something that they wrote? Jeannie? Jim will go over with the mic.
I didn't finish it. I only have 4 lines, but peace forever in my heart, everyone together, not apart. Always hopeful we will share. Come together, be aware.
Thank you. That was beautiful, Jeannie. Thank you. And then Angela's back there with her hand raised, and then after, yeah.
Okay, Betty and I came up with the acrostic, the PEACE. P for patience, E for empathy, A for awareness, C for compassion, and E for energy into the cause of peace.
Lovely. And we'll listen to one more from Angela, I think.
This is a short haiku. Water runs from high, waves crash with powerful sound, wind blows and birds sing.
Thank you.
Another haiku. I stand on the shore, the waves move through me, and I lie down on the sand.
Thank you. I'm sorry, we're going to pause here, Jim. Oh, wait, Beth is going to share hers, and then we're going to pause.
Peace is love, encompassing all, choosing everyone.
Peace is all. Thank you. Yes?
Peace is strong and should belong within our lives, like the beehives where the bees work together in peace to create a world forever, such as peace.
That was lovely. Oh my goodness.
My haiku is peace begins with me. It matters to the world. Please let it be.
And we're going to close with one more. Thank you so much. That was so lovely. Jenny Donahue sent me one because she couldn't be with us today. And it reads like this. Practically perfect is what Mary Poppins always said, but what I say is that everyone should strive to be their best selves. And in order for everyone to feel comfortable showing and being their best selves, there needs to be peace on earth. And how perfect. Can I ask that you all rise as you are able and join in singing our closing song, Let There Be Peace on Earth? The words are up on the screen. Thank you.
Let
Peace is every step. The shining red sun is my heart. Every flower smiles with me. How green, how fresh all that grows, how cool the wind blows. Peace is every step. It turns the endless path to joy. We'll extinguish our candle. We extinguish the flame. We extinguish the flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of goodness. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Thank you, Victoria.
Peace, peace will come, and let it begin with me. We need peace, and let it begin with me. Oh, my life is all I can hope to control. Oh, let my life be lived for the good of my soul. Let it bring peace, sweet peace. Peace will come, and let it begin with me. Is all I can hope to control. Oh, let my life be lived for the good of my soul. Let it bring peace, sweet peace. Peace will come, and let it begin with me. Peace will come, yes, peace will come. Oh, peace will come, and let it begin with me. Peace will come, yes, peace will come. Oh, peace will come, and let it begin with me. We need peace, and let it begin with me.
The time for our regular worship service is over, but let's join at the peace pole and then our time for fellowship and pies. Thank you.